Hello, let me introduce myself. My name is Anastasia Гончарова. I am a student of Voronezh State University, Computer Science faculty. The topic of my presentation is neural networks and modern art. Today's topic is of particular interest to those of you who are not indifferent to art and new technologies. The purpose of this presentation is to introduce you to examples of the use of neural networks in the visual arts. You will see with your own eyes how the computer creates masterpieces. Does everybody have a handout of the report? Please take one and pass them on. Also, I can email the PowerPoint presentation to anybody who wants it. If you have any questions, feel free to interrupt me at any time. First, I want to tell you what a neural network is. Neural networks are adaptive statistical models based on an analogy with the structure of the brain. In other words, it is a sequence of neurons connected by synapses. These networks usually organize their units into several layers. The first layer is called the input layer, the last on the output layer. The intermediate layers, if any, are called the hidden layers. The information to be analyzed is fed to the neurons of the first layer and then propagated to the neurons of the second layer for further processing. The result of this processing is then propagated to the next layer and so on until the last layer. Each unit receives some information from other units and processes this information, which will be converted into the output of the unit. You can see it on this slide. Now, let me introduce to you how neural networks draw. In 2015, the Google team published a report, Inceptionism Going Deeper into Neural Networks, in which they present an interesting way of using neural networks, recognizing pictures. Each neural network is trained with the help of millions of training pictures. The network has 10 to 30 nested layers with different levels of abstraction. First, the pictures arrives at the input layer, which does its work and transfers the information to the next layer, until the output produces the expected result. To the neural network began to draw pictures on its input. An image of random noise is given and the task is to find a definite form in it and exaggerate it. For example, draw a banana. This is necessary in order to understand whether the neural network has learned to recognize this or that image. In some cases, you can identify a clear error in training. The system could not draw the right dumbbell. Most likely, during training, she saw dumbbells only complete with the hand. Developers call this technique inceptionism. At the entrance of the neural network, you can feed a slightly enlarged picture from the output and get incredible color spaces. If you start with a random noise, then the output picture can be considered only the creation of a neural network. This technique helps to understand and visualize exactly how the neural network performs classification tasks, how to improve the architecture and verify what it has learned. In 2015, Leon A. Gates and others present their neural algorithm of artistic style. This algorithm is based on a convolutional neural network. Convolutional neural networks consist of layers of small computational units that process visual information hierarchically in a feed-forward manner. Each layer of units can be understood as a collection of image filters, each of which extract a certain feature from the input image. Thus, the output of a given layer consists of so-called feature maps, differently filtered versions of the input image. As a result, images were obtained that combine the content of a photograph with the style of several well-known artworks. The images were created by finding an image that simulationally matches the content representation of the photograph and the style representation of the artwork. The expert on artificial intelligence and game developer Alex J. Champerdat has recently demonstrated another example of neural networks. Neural Doodle is a Python script that can do many things, but we are most impressed with how it can take our garbage scroll and turn it into masterpieces in the style of other artists. You supply the script with a stylish image and your own super doodle. Well, this brings me to